Sit back and relax. Enjoy the presentation. I sent you some popcorn. You can make some popcorn and eat popcorn while you see this presentation. I hope you enjoy it.
Hi there. My name is Eli Melul, and I am from Dallas, Texas. Thank you for inviting me and for listening to my presentation. I've been making my living in the last 34 years just owning and operating LM Trading Company, ELEM Trading Company. For the first 20 years, all we did was strictly wholesale loose diamonds to hundreds of stores around the country. And 20 years ago, we took a step forward and we opened our first retail outlet. And from this retail outlet, we expanded and started the business online, very successfully on Amazon, our website, and different marketplaces also. I would like to present to you today a totally different product that has absolutely nothing to do with jewelry and nothing to do with anything I've ever done in my life. I've always been a cook connoisseur, and I love cooking, and I do a really good job at it. And then no one yet came forward and crowned me as a chef, so I remain a cook connoisseur. And what we're going to present to you today is like the heat equalizer. The heat equalizer is a heat diffuser that is designed to do the same temperature around the whole surface that you're cooking versus just in the middle where it gets really hot and gets burned and the food doesn't taste good. The heat equalizer is a very unique invention. It's like bringing something totally new to the kitchen. Every year you go out there, you find different pans, different pots, and different colors with different handles, with different covers, with different whatever. But the problem remains that the food always gets burned in the center of the pot. And the expensive pot, the $300, the $400, the $500 pots are designed to spread the heat from the center all the way around. What we did with the heat equalizer, and this is something I've been working on for many years, is that and this is the big one, this is also works for commercial kitchens because it's like 12-inch. We have 6-inch, we have 8-inch, 9¼ inch, and this is the best, the biggest size that we did for commercial kitchens. What we have on it is we have like 481 heat collectors on it, and what it does, it takes all the heat on the bottom over here and just spreads it all around. So you no longer have to stir the food or worry about burning the middle of the pot. This solves all the problems.
So the question was asked what I was seeking. I'm seeking $100,000 for 10% equity in the company. What am I going to do with the money? I owe a couple of bookies in Vegas some money, so it'd be a good idea to pay them off. Just kidding. I come to the tank because I'm looking for some guidance. I will definitely ask the shark that will invest the money with me if we should put it into inventory, if we should put it into R&D, make more molds, or do marketing. I really need that guidance. I really need the help from a shark to take us to the next level. So we were asked, how much did we sell since we started. And we started about a year and a half ago. It was November of 2022. But we started with the batch that we made in a different form of casting. And we had 500 pieces and we sold out of them like within a couple of months. But the quality wasn't where we wanted it to be. So we went and we made the high pressure molds. And since inception, about a year and a half ago, we sold about 2,500 pieces and somewhere around $70,000 total revenue. This year, we're hoping to do at least 100,000 in revenue without Walmart. When Walmart comes on board, it's going to be a totally different ballgame. So if you ask me why so little, because I feel 2,500 pieces is a lot. This is 2,500 kitchens in America. You know, this is 2,500 households. It's a lot, but it's not a lot of money. You know, $70,000 is not a lot of money. But I know exactly what the problem is. The problem is people don't know about this product and that this product exists. They don't know how to look for it. Me, myself, when I was looking for something like this, I had a very hard time finding something that would do what the heat equalizer does for me. But once I have it on the shelves, and you walk on the shelf, around the shelf, and you see the box, and then you see the flame, and then you see the plate, and you see the pot, you get a aha moment. And that sells itself. Online, it's a very difficult item to sell because people don't know how to look for it. So once we have it on the shelves in the store, this is going to be a major item in every cookware department in every store around the country. My biggest challenge so far was just getting in front of buyers and presenting the product. The product sells itself. It's a beautiful product. There's no problem. But getting phone calls back is the problem. And also from the time you meet them until something happens, a year or two goes by. So that's been my biggest problem until now, and I guess that's where I need most help. I personally invested over $200,000 hard cash in molds, inventory, R&D, and I put in thousands of hours that I'm not accounting for. I'm not accounting for the hours that also I put my staff to do work for me and for the warehousing of the inventory for the last 2 years. Our product is trademark and patent pending. We are waiting for the patent to come in. Hopefully, by the time we get to the tank, we will have the patent on hand. My business is everything to me. This means very much a lot to me. This is kind of my legacy. And I'll put every blood, sweat, and tear into it to make it a success. This will be my legacy. This is something that's going to be in every household around America and around the world.
So now we're going to do a couple of things. One is we're going to compare the competition to the heat equalizer. So over here you have one of my competition that the plate is about 4 millimeter, and this is my biggest competition that their plate is like 6 millimeters. If I take both of them combined together, they're 10 millimeters. Our heat equalizer by itself is 10 millimeter with a bunch of technology behind it showing all the heat collectors on the back. The next demonstration we're going to do is I'm going to show you how the heat equalizer works with the entry-level pots that I got this pot at Walmart for $12. And this pot is pretty big, you know. However, I just want to show that it works with every pot out there. Another one that I wanted to compare for you is this one, which is made by Nordic Ware. It is about 3 millimeters thick. It's just a piece of galvanized metal, and you're supposed to put it on the grill like this, and it doesn't absorb the heat in no way that the heat equalizer does. When you put them one next to the other, you could see the Nordic Ware one is only about 4 millimeters, and the heat equalizer is 10 millimeters. And it's like $25. You see in the center, it's boiling only here in the center, and it's not bubbling anywhere around. That's without the heat equalizer, and the flame over here is on medium. I am going to put the heat equalizer, and in a few minutes you'll be able to see how it cooks with the heat equalizer. So now we're at the point where we can demonstrate, and you can see how it's boiling all around. It's bubbling all around, and nothing is getting burned. Absolutely beautiful. That's exactly what you want to see in a pot when you're cooking. When people pay $300 and $400 for a pot to have this kind of performance, and they don't get this kind of performance because the other pots that are $300 and $400 and $500 don't have the technology that the heat equalizer has. Look how beautiful, how it's boiling all around. And the flame is on medium. I don't even have it on the high flame because I want it to cook slowly and evenly all around. I love this. This is a really beautiful demonstration of how the heat equalizer works, and this is with no heat equalizer. Look how it keeps on burning in the center, and I keep on pushing it out, and anything I put in the center just burn. And if I'm going to go around, you can see that I put it on the very lowest, and it's burning it on the bottom. And over here it's on the highest flame, and you can see on the knob the highest flame, and look how beautiful it's cooking. This is for the food connoisseurs. So I continued with adding the tomatoes to the sauce over here, because if not, I just burn all this onion. It's not cooked the way I want it because it's not uniform. Over here you could see how uniform it is with the heat equalizer. And it's going to take another minute over here with the heat equalizer, and it's going to be ready. But once in a while, matter of habit, I still give it a little stir. But this is how you want to cook. This is the perfect color I want, and now I'll be adding my tomatoes. And if you look here, only in the middle are the tomatoes boiling. I have to go in and stir every few minutes, because if not, it's going to burn. Let me stir this over here, and I'm only going to need to stir one time. So I'm bringing you in closer over here, and of course you can see over here that it is boiling all around, in the middle, in the side, all around, and over here, still just in the center. And then you can see on the side that it's a different color because it hasn't come to temperature yet. And I need to keep on stirring it in order for it to do so. And over here, look how beautiful. Ready to go. Wow. The power of the heat equalizer. So here we are. We turned over both those pans, 16-inch pans, and it took a couple of minutes here, and it's up to temperature. But this is a $12 pot, and please look and see how the whole thing is boiling. Like, it's amazing. I mean, it really is amazing. So this again is my medium burner. As you can see, it's on low, it's on medium, I'm sorry. And then when I lift this over here, look how beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Everything is boiling perfectly. And that's what you want, thanks to the heat equalizer. So it's still on low, and now it's ready. And this is still on the low setting. Came out beautiful.